Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what part of the world you're in. I'm here in New York, and I'm just going over to the Hangout to make sure we're broadcasting live. Darren's there in the UK, so we're at both ends of the pond. And I've even got a notification on Google Chrome to tell me I've gone live, and that's marvelous, that Google sent me a message that I'm actually going live. Now, today's Hangout, is about how to make money with binary options the easy way. Now, I'm going to be sharing my screen in a little while, and once I share my screen, I want to show you that I set up 11 bots, and 11 bots have got 11 profits. I've set up 2 bots today, one for demo, one for live. Some of my bots that I've set up are live, some are demos, but I'm going to show you in a minute of the ones that that are winning, and well, there ain't no losing ones at the moment. But what I want to say to you is that what we're doing now is in this month of November, we're getting ready for the launch. So if you're a founder, all the founders positions are closed. If you haven't got in your support ticket about being a founder, then you've lost that opportunity, unfortunately. Now, what we're doing is in the early part of this November, we're going to be positioning the founders, and we'll be starting that stroke this week, and over the next couple of weeks, we'll be positioning them. But really, these Hangouts are not going to be about founders. These Hangouts now are going to be about Zukul, what you've got inside Zukul, and what you've got coming in November, which is going to be the launch of the binary option trading robot. I can tell you as well, we've identified another platform that we're going to be plugging into, or hopefully to plug into. They've got an API connection. Myself and Darren are going to be investigating that a little bit further together with the programmers. And so the idea is that hopefully in November, I'm not sure if it's going to be in November, but we're going to launch. First off, we're definitely launching the bot in November. The first part of the binary option bot is going to launch, and I'm going to show you how successful my bot's been. And it's been quite an emotional roller coaster journey getting this programming out there. Now, it's Darren. I could see Darren's like this. He's reading the chat, and it was funny. I thought, what's he looking at? And then I realised he was reading questions. So if you've got any questions, put them in capital letters inside the chat about this Hangout. So what we're doing is we're launching the binary option bot in November. Now, if you want to be to get access, it's going to be available to the demo side of things for a beginner, intermediate, and advanced member of Zukul. We have 4 packages. That's the starter, beginner, intermediate, and advanced. The starter will never have access to it. We're not going to put any more inside the starter package. Unless, of course, you was a founder and you could have been a starter and got access to the bot. But when we launch it, in the first part, we're going to be launching it as demo for everybody in those beginner, intermediate, and advanced. And then we're going to open it up and invite people that want to, pay the fee to get access to the actual live bot. Right now we've got the leaders that have got access to it. So if you're a leader or leaders and founders, if you're a leader or a founder and you'd like to get the live access, you need to send in a support ticket and they'll switch your account on. We're not having any criteria now for why people can be live or stay demo. I think we'll just we won't even probably ask, actually. I'll probably get support to start switching everybody on that's a founder or a leader. They'll start to get access to the live bot. But what I want to say to you is I want to say this. If you're going to trade, it doesn't matter whether you're trading binary options, forex trading, fiat currency trading, gold, doesn't matter what you're trading in, stocks, commodities, doesn't matter, Please, I'm begging you, wherever you're trading, first trade with demo accounts, Don't go in with live accounts. And even if you're not using Zukul and you're trading elsewhere and you follow Darren and he gives you some strategies on his Hangouts, wherever you're trading demo, Don't go and waste your money. Don't go and throw your money down the toilet, as I like to say. And the reason why I say that, it's not because you need some special skill to be a trader, because, you could be like I was, a plumber, and you can learn trading. I'm not sure of what Darren's career background is, but I'm sure he didn't start life out as a trader. So you don't need any special skills, but there is a certain few strategies that you need to know and a few strategies that you need to learn. And of course, whenever you're trading, you should only trade with money you can afford to lose. You know, what you shouldn't do is trade with money and then complain if you lose it. Okay, because all you're doing is you're doing two things. You're setting up your mindset wrong. And where traders, you know, I don't know what was the number, Darren. I think it was something like in the 70%, somewhere around there, of people that try trading lose their money. Okay, so there's a 30% window somewhere around there, 30% bracket of people that don't lose their money. What makes them different is, you know, maybe they've got bigger funds to trade with, maybe they've learned some strategies, maybe they're taking trading as a relaxed view. Because once the human emotions get involved, that's when you tend to lose money. And I can tell you the biggest thing that makes people lose money, whether they're using a robot or not, is greed. Okay, greed. If you're looking for big, massive ROIs, you know, and I've seen it, we've had a couple of tickets in, a guy sent in a ticket and saying that, you know, oh, my bots have not made any money. And when we looked in his account, one of his bots made $300 profit. Another bot made $150 profit. Another bot made $47 profit. Now, I don't know about you, but they sound like good profits to me. But he set massive ROIs, 3,000%, 8,000% ROIs. Now, I don't know what he thinks the robot is, but if you've got that mindset where you've got the greed that I want to earn thousands and I'm going to start with $100 and I'm going to set it to I want to earn $3,000 and $4,000, you're crazy. Okay, you're crazy, because there isn't a bot on the planet that should bring you back, that, you know, could potentially bring you back that ROI. You know, you want to be looking realistic. And for me, if I'm making anything from sort of 5% ROI upwards to sort of 10s and 11s and maybe 20% ROI, that's brilliant returns. Brilliant returns. Okay, so I want to share my screen, and again, I just want to point out, if you do have questions about this hangout, then make sure you put it in capital letters. And what we'll do is we'll try and get to those questions. I'm going to share my screen on some of the bots that I've set up and the success that I've set up. And I want to say to you, don't copy what I've done, because some of those bots, the market's changed. Okay, so you should be looking with fresh eyes. And there's certain things you can pick out of what I'm about to show you, but don't copy the pairs and things like that, and the exact formulas and the exact algorithms and the exact strategy, because that formula and strategy and algorithm that I was using yesterday might not work today. Okay, what I was using an hour ago might not work today. But what I want to do is I want to show you some things that you want to start thinking about. Okay, because it was some ideas that I had myself. And I thought, let me try these ideas out, and let me show you what I've got. So I'll share my screen, and if you can give me the thumbs up, Darren, you can see the screen. And I'm going to switch me WhatsApp off, and me Telegram, because they're going to send me crazy, and me Skype. There you go, and you got the screen, so that's good. So I'm going to go over to the Hangout. So we got 60 people watching, 37 thumbs up. So if you wouldn't mind giving us a thumbs up or a thumbs down, doesn't matter. Any interaction is better than no interaction. Okay, and then when the Hangout's finished, if you're one of these people that are sitting here, and I know there's a lot of founders there, there's 60 people there. If you want to come down to the comments down the bottom here, and of course, give your affiliate link. And if you're watching this video and would like to get your hands on this robot or any other of the robots that we've got inside Zukul, I would join one of them comments in the comments of this video. Okay, so let me take you over to Zukul, and the first thing I want to do is take you to my archives. Okay, now this robot is a binary option trading robot, or a binary option betting robot. I don't know what you want to call it, but I'm going to call it a binary options trading robot. And I've set up, as you can see, it's the 5th of November. There was a bot that was started today on the 5th of November. Profit target of just $6. And you'll see over here that the profit got to $1.22. And I'll come back to that, why it got to $1.22 when I've set a target of $6. So let's have a look. We've got 1, 2. So I don't know if you've got a calculator there, actually, Darren, because I'd like to add up the live bots, okay, the live ones. So do you have a calculator there at all, Darren, to hand? I've probably got yourself muted. He has got himself muted, so I can see. Put your thumb up if you've got the calculator. Right, good. So I'll just minimize that again. So the first number is a live bot of $1.22. Then we've got $117.50. Then we've got another live bot of $3.57. Then we've got another live bot of $4.41. I'm going to skip the next one because that's a demo. Skip the next one. That's a demo. Skip the next one. That's a demo. Then we've got a live bot here of 91 cents. That is, Darren, not $91, 91 cents. Then we've got another live bot of $8.69. Then we've got another live bot of $2.80. Then we've got another live bot of $4.69. So that's my run of bots that I've had. And then I've got a live one down there before the changes were done. Okay. So as you can see, there's a red where the change in the programming was done and the updates that we did. And then it's just been a sea of blue. Okay. Now, what I've done in my robots is I want to talk you through what I did. Was, as you could see here, I had a budget on this particular robot of $45, and I wanted to do it for $45 just to show you that you can have small budgets actually, to the contrary of what I've said in the past. You know, I've said if you don't have a decent sized budget, you won't make the money. But I through my last sort of testings, and I tested stuff out in demos first. You could see that I had a series of demo bots that I thought I'd set up first and see how they do. And basically what I did was I set my bots up with a small budget and a small profit target. Well, I set here to $6. So if I click on this blue thing here, the blue button, as you can see, my robot started. First off, it lost $1. Then it got back $1. So it got back in profit of 64 cents. Then it got to $1.58. Then it lost again, and it lost $1, so it's back down to 58. And then it lost down to minus 142. And then up here, it made $2.22. And then what I did was I could see, could you see this wave? This is what I love about this little tool. See this wave? I could see, look, is this going to go back down to minus? So I thought, what I'll do, let me just take the profit. So I finished my bot early. I came in and terminated the bot. Okay. And so the bot never got a chance to reach its profit target, but based on what I could see on this chart, you know, the bot was giving me the information, and I'm seeing this, I don't know, this jigsaw effect, I think I would like to call it. And I thought, well, is it on its way back down again? Is it going to lose? I'm just going to stop it. I'm going to take my money, get out of it, and get away from this particular pair, and I'll set up a new pair because I don't like this sweeping like this, okay? So then I come to this bot, which is what I did was I set a big budget of 10,000. Okay. But what I did was I set a high budget, if you like, a target of $100. But what I did was I set my first bet for more than, I think it was $125. But you can see there, it now says $29. But let's show you what happened with the bot, because you can see out of the budget, it didn't spend any. This one over here lost $1.42. So I had $45. It had to lose $1.42 before it made me the $1.22. Okay. So this one lost nothing before it could make me $117.50. So let's have a look at this bot. So as you can see, what happened with this bot is I set a profit target of 100. Okay. But I put my first bet at 125. Okay. My first trade would have been 125. It hit that trade. And then it wanted to do another trade, but it, you know, it looked at the charts, because the way the bot works now is it looks at the last series of candles, excuse me, and tries to have an idea of what's going to happen in the future. If it believes it's going to lose in the future, the short-term future, the bot will just shut itself down and put itself into goal reached, because it believes that it can't go any further. Excuse me. And so as you can see, one trade, it got a profit, hit the profit of $117. It could have split it into 59 and carried on trading with 59, which it obviously did, because that's where the budget level split. But the bot then felt that the candles that were on the screen at the moment, maybe it was a bad chart. Maybe the bot decided, you know what, I'm gonna quit here rather than lose this profit that I've made. And it walked away with me for $117 from one trade, you see. So there's two strategies I've shown you there, which is a small budget of 45 and a higher budget of 10,000. I'm not expecting you to have 10,000, but I wanted to do both just to show you. Then we come to this third bot, okay? And as you can see here, and again, don't copy the pairs. This was a fiat to fiat. This is fiat to fiat. This is actually a cryptocurrency, this one, okay? So I'm changing, I'm looking at the charts, looking at the stats, and Darren's going to show you how to set up a bot in a minute. But basically, I'm not necessarily just choosing crypto or just choosing fiat. I'm keeping my mind open, stuff that I wouldn't normally trade. So coming on to this next bot, okay, had a profit target of $6, okay, and as you can see, I set a budget of $90, and it actually spent out of that budget $6.39 to make me $3.50. So let's have a look at this chart. So as you can see here, it started out the gate, it won $2.61. It then lost, it went into minus 39. It lost again, $6.39, which is what I just showed you. It lost down there. Then it hit up at $3.59, still not hit the profit target, you see. Then it hit down here, it lost, it was in 93 cents in profit. And then it hit up here where it was $6.57 in profit. Now, what that did was, because I got it set for 50%, it said, well, I've got you $6.57. I'm now going to trade with $3, okay? Because it can't trade with 57 because, you know, they just don't allow it. So it said, it split it in half and said, we'll trade with $3. It made a trade, lost the $3, okay? Lost the $3, which then brought the balance from $6.57 down to $3.57. Now, because it had got to the profit target, it locked itself. It locked itself, so it got me the profit of $3.57. And I'm happy with these. I'm happy to get these small little numbers. And if I want to bring you down to a bot down here, let me just see where this one here. This bot here, if you remember, I had this bot, I showed it in a previous hangout, had a budget of 150. The bot actually lost $96 and a penny, okay, before it could get me into profit. Now, what I did is I went in, I could see the bot was losing. I had this set at $20. I see the bot was losing. I thought, I'm not going to quit the bot. I'm just going to lower the profit target. So I paused my bot, went into it, and set the profit target to $5. Okay, so let's have a look at this one, because this one was constantly in arrears. Okay, so when I look at this one, as you can see, got a little bit of profit in the beginning, but then as the bot went on, it's just losing, still in a minus, still, you know, down here, $96 and what was it, $96 and a penny. Still losing, doing this side tracking, still losing. But you see, I never give up on the bot. I never sort of said to myself, well, you know what, I'm going to terminate this bot and cut my losses. No, I came in and lowered my expectations. What I did was, instead of me trying to get $20 profit, I thought, let me get some profit. So I kept monitoring this bot. I kept popping back in and looking at this bot. I set the profit target, removed it from $20 down to $5, and then look what happened. The bot started to get in profit, got me in profit up here, okay? $14. So it hit the profit target, okay? Hit the profit target up here. And I believe at this time, I must say, I put it at 20, then I changed it to 10. And I see that, you know, wasn't doing great, the bot. I wasn't happy with it. But the point is, the bot sold out and give me a profit of $4.69. And I think what I did in the end was I stopped it myself. You know, I went in there and I stopped it. But the point is, you know, what was it? The 3rd of November, and we come through here into the 25th of October. We're coming, this is it. We're coming the wrong way, aren't we? Of course, this is here. Look, 31st of October, coming through. Timeline's coming this way, isn't it? So as you can see, up here was where the bot was closed out around here. You know, you see, it's closed out. So as you can see, I closed the bot out to get a profit. But had I could have closed it out anywhere along here and lost big money, you know, lost big money, $96. But I let the bot run its course. As soon as it got into profit, because I could see what was happening with this bot, it was 99% of the time, I would say. I don't know what the percentage is, but a lot of the percentage of the time, this particular bot was running at a loss. And so I thought, I'm going to monitor this closely. As soon as I got it into a profit, terminated the bot, was happy to get away with it. with making $4.96 to opposed to losing $96 and a penny. Okay, so when the moral of this story is when you set your bots up, don't just you've got a demo ability there. Set up with a demo, and Darren's going to show you how to set up in a moment, and maybe run us through a scenario of how to set a bot up. But don't do demo. Do demo. Try little strategies in demo. I wouldn't recommend duplicating a robot, okay, once it's finished, because the market could have changed. This bot could do great today or great yesterday. Today it might not, okay, because as you can quite clearly see, when I looked at that one down here, this bot was doing rubbish, but then it got into profit. Now, had I started the bot round here somewhere, okay, over this side, it would have gone into profit, and you might have been tempted, and it might have hit the profit target like it did, closed the bot out, and you might have been tempted to duplicate it. But then, as you can see, it starts to slide back down again. Now, is that going to repeat what happened over here? That 90% time of the bot, or I don't know what a high percentage of the bot's activity was running at a loss. So you shouldn't look at a bot and say, I'm going to duplicate it because it did well yesterday. Okay, look at every bot and every chart in the real time, because that's what happens in trading. The charts get affected hour by hour, minute by minute, I should say. You don't really should be looking at a bot and say, well, it did okay yesterday, so it must do okay today. That's not what would happen, So don't make the mistake of setting up a demo bot and say that bot did really well. I'm going to set the same bot up with the same settings, but this time I'm going to set it live. No, what you're doing is by setting up demo bots is you're going to gain a better understanding of how you're choosing an asset and how you're choosing the formula and how you're choosing the algorithm and how you're having a look at the charts to start with to see how the bots are performing. Okay, so I've got a couple of live bots that I've set up. I've set one up in demo and I've set one up in live. So let's have a look. I'll just refresh my screen. So look, this bot both got this indicator now to say that there's a high volatility. So the bot sort of pauses itself, even though it says trading. And what it does is the bot will look again in 5 minutes time. It will look, is the charts improved? No. It will then keep it in high volatility. It has the chart, another 5 minutes will pass. It will check. So every 5 minutes, the bot, once it puts it into high volatility, which it can put it at any time, then it sort of sits quiet for 5 minutes. And all it does is it checks the charts and it waits for 5 minutes to go by. And then it recalculates and it says, is it going to be high volatility still? So on this bot here that I've got, as you can see, this is a live one. This is a demo. Okay, I've just set up a real random thing that I want to try out here. And this is the beauty of demo, before I come to that live one, I've set here, look, a budget of $1,500. $100 profit target, but my first bet is $100. So I set a profit target of $10. Okay, but my first bet is 100. So it's only got to get one win to get me my profit. And I know that if it does get one win, I'm going to have at least $45 in profit, because this is going to be, well, I'd say $40, because if it's doing a $100 bet and of an 80% and above return, it could have at least $40 profit. So setting 10 is going to get to that profit target fairly quickly. And as you can see, it's a demo. I'm not worried. It's in a minus. So let's have a look. So this bot, look, made one trade, which it shows you there, $100, and it lost that. So I shall wait now to see what happens. It needs to make now a couple of trades a couple of winning trades for it to get to my profit target. And then I'll be happy. But that's you've got this system. You've got the ability to set up demo bots. That's what you should be doing. Setting up demo bots, trying little strategies out. And it's not necessarily the pair that's your strategy. It's your profit target and your budgets. That's what your strategy really should be looking. Do I have a budget of $50? Do I have a budget of $20? Do I have a budget of $10? Do I have a budget of $1,500? Do I have a budget of $1,000? That's the sort of thing you should be playing with. Should I be setting a $1 first bet? Should I do a $5 first bet? Should I do a $100 first bet? Should I do $250 first bet? but your demos should be reflecting the balances of what you're prepared to do with when you go live, not necessarily the pairs. Okay, just because this bot does bad right now, who's to say it's not going to get in profit in a little while? Look at this bot, the live one. $1 it's spent out of my 45, and it's given me a profit of 78 cents. If I click on that button, it shows me the first trade it did, it lost $1. And then what it did, the next trade, it won. So it did a martingale. It would have traded $3 and got back 78 cents of the, so it got back the dollar it previously lost and give me a profit of 78 cents. So I'm happy with that. Now, what you could do is, if you keep seeing this high volatility sign, so if I refresh the screen, because if I keep seeing that, you know what I do? You see, this one's come out of high volatility, this one's not. If I've got a bit of profit, let's do it. Let's do it and show it. Terminate. I'm going to terminate my bot. Why am I terminating it? Well, as you see, I kept seeing that high volatility. So rather than risk it, let me take these 78 cents and I'll set up a new bot that's maybe not got the high volatility. And if I keep seeing that sign telling me that it's high volatility, providing I'm in profit, now I think to myself, you know what? This seems like a bit of a risky trade. I'm gonna take my money and run. And to be honest, I'd rather win 78 cents than lose $1. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but there's, because I've terminated this now, I've got one active demo bot. I don't need to terminate the demos because it's not real money. But with these live bots, I'm happy. I've took 78 cents. Some might look at the screen saying, well, I would have let it run, Jeremy. That, again, is your strategy. You can do that. But for me, I'm happy to go terminate that, stick it in there with a profit, because I see it had that volatility sign keep coming up all the time. I think, why do I want to trade on a platform or a chart that's got high volatility and it's not giving good windows for the bot to make me money? Let me take my money and run, and click on this blue button and set myself up a new bot. And with that, I think it leads nicely. I'll hand you over to Darren. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and the floor's yours, sir. And I don't know, have we got any questions so far?
Yeah, we have got a couple, and they've come from Jürgen. So the first one, which was the one that I was squinting at because I was trying to sort of understand it before I went through it. So Jürgen has said, if the bot had a loss before and then it is then in profit, does this affect the budget? For example, if you've got a budget of $100 and its highest loss was $20, is the budget then reduced to $80, or does it remain at $100? The budget, as I understand it, Jürgen, it remains at $100. The budget is the budget. The only way that your budget would change would be if you if you put a profit target in, and then you gave the bot a percentage of that profit target to trade with. That's the only way that that budget would change. So hopefully that makes sense.
I just want to pick up on that for our friend there. When you see on your bot there that you've set $150 or $100 in the case you've just said, that was what you started with. Now, obviously, if the bot's gone in and made a series of loses, okay, and let's just say it lost $20 in a row, a few minutes it lost $20, it will still show that you got 150, but in fact, sorry, 100, but in fact, you've only got 80 left, haven't you, to trade with? So if the bot kept on losing, it would have to lose the full 100 all in a row. It'd have to lose the full 100 all in a row for your budget to be disappeared. But what tends to happen is, in some of the cases, the bot will lose a trade. And like you just see one of my bots, it went in and done a trade where it lost. But yet it says I spent $0 of the budget. Well, that means because then the bot went and won back what it lost. So it hasn't spent any of the budget now. It had at the first point, because it lost $1. So if you stopped the bot, then it would have said you've lost $1. You've spent $1 of your budget. But so that budget number may change. The first part of it will change of how much you spent of the budget, because as soon as it comes back into winning, if it gains back what it's lost, then obviously you spent no budget, have you? Because you got it back. So yeah, so it's if you start with 100 and the bot loses 20, then obviously you've only got 80 left to trade with, even though the number on the screen will still say 100, because that's what you started with. It lets you see what you started with. So hopefully between those two answers, there's an answer for you.
So the next question, and bear in mind we've only had 2 questions, so if you've got questions, guys, you need to be banging them in now. Again from Jürgen, he's saying, what does the new sign high volatility mean? Well, I think Jeremy has just explained that high volatility refers to. So it basically means that can't trade safely. So basically it's letting you know that the bot is still working, but it's just not placing any trades at the moment. It's waiting for the market to calm down a bit. So that's effectively what it means. Because basically what would happen is that people would go into their bots and not see any change for perhaps a couple of hours. So it's a way of us, or a way of the bot, letting you know that the bot is still working for that, but obviously it's not been a great time for it to be placing any trades.
Yeah, exactly, because I had a bot that actually didn't trade for like a day and a half, and I thought to myself, oh my lord, it's broke. And then the programmers looked and said, no, it's in the high volatility. So we, as Darren says, it's just a notification. Refresh your screen, and if you see that, it will just to tell you that it's gone in, it's not trading, but it's not broken, so you don't need to send in a support ticket.
Okay, right, I'm going to do a little bit of a screen share because there's a couple of things I just want to sort of tap onto really from what Jeremy's just been talking about. So I've been doing some tests as well, and I just want to sort of show you the sort of the evolution of that test really. So where are we now? So I've done screenshots simply because my internet isn't great, but as you can see here, I've got a bot. This is a demo bot. You can see here it says test. Now it started off, placed its first bet here, and obviously nice squiggly line, and it does perfectly. It does exactly what we would want the bot to do. You can see that it hit a profit target, and obviously it then topped out at that profit target. Perfect. I thought I've hit a winning formula. So then ran that, not the same pairing, but the same sort of settings and combination, and this is what happened. So as you can see, it set off, did exactly the same nice thing. It's performing really quite well, and then it sort of fell off, and then it topped out here. Now what I was doing, and you can see here, the max budget that I'd given it was $10, and what I'd also done is I was using the highest formula. Now you may think, why am I doing that? Well, basically the theory being is that if it wins its first bet, that's great, no problem, but if it should lose its first bet, then its next bet is basically it's like a $7 win. So you can see that it gets this big uplift, and then if it wins a couple of bets, then great, that's not a problem. But as you can see here, it lost a bet. Okay, it lost an $8 bet, which comes down here, but then it won it again. Now because the budget is only $10, it's only got effectively $12 to play with, so it can place another $8 bet and get me back up again. And as you can see, it's only going to be trading with that sort of limit here of $10. It's going to be trading with $1 or $8. It's not going to be trading with $64 or 500 and whatever it might be. Okay, so it's ones and eights. That's what it's trading with. But you can see here that basically I let this one run. So it got to like $10, $11, and then it hit two poor trades, and then could never recover, and obviously stopped it out there. I then ran it again with a similar scenario, again $10 max. You can see the same scenario. It lost a trade, and then another $8 trade got it in profit. So this is a bit similar to the style that Jeremy's been doing, where he starts with a large first time bet, you know, of like $50 or $100. Now, when I'm trading live, I'm trading with at least $5 each time I make a trade. So, this isn't abnormal for me if I was trading live, in so much as I would expect a large uplift. But again, you can see here it topped out, and obviously it stopped here when it reached. It couldn't place any more bets.
And while you've got that on the screen there, Darren, if I just make but as you can see, Darren's it's not reached his profit target. So this would be a prime example, to set a profit target, say around the $6 there, because then it would have made him $7 of whatever it would have been, because it's gone above. But because it never reached the profit target, and with these small budgets, it's better to have a small profit target. It's because if you're trading with, like Darren said, $10, and you set a profit target of 100, do the maths what the ROI is on that. That's a massive ask for any trader to do. If you're trading and wanting it to give you what 3s and 400% ROI, you start with $1 and end up with $300. Or start with $10 and want to end up with $300. It's a big ask, and the bot wouldn't have enough money to probably play out that scenario, which is, this is living proof of it, if you like.
Yeah. So what I did do, and I forget now, when I set this on the 5th, so I must have set this morning, so I forgot all about this morning. So again, what I've done is I've evolved. Yeah, I've evolved this strategy now. Okay, because again, what I was doing, I was running it with a $65 profit target, because I was thinking that would then give me enough for it to be able to do at least one $64 bet. That was my thinking. But then I realized that that's probably not the right way to go. And as Jeremy's just said, is because it's got small profit, a small budget, I would need to have a small profit target. So I've started running this one at 10 o'clock. Now, I did this one in the car again. I've been doing a few bots using my phone in the car at the moment. So I did this one in the car. And as you can see, the formula is the high end of the formula. It's only doing $1 bets. And I've set a budget of $10. And I've set a profit target of $10. So you can see here, if we click on here, is that it made its first trade at, it was like 4 o'clock, okay, at which it won, or it might have lost, and then it's obviously played that second trade up here, okay. Now, really, what I should be doing is thinking about setting that profit target of something like $6, as Jeremy's just said. So at least I've captured that $6. And so therefore it'll hopefully have about a $1 to then do a trade, or it could just top out at that $6. And that's really important for the next thing that I'm going to show you.
Yeah, so that I'm keeping that on the screen there, Darren. I think it's the first one, the second one. And if you set a profit target now of $6, that's then going to split it, and it's going to bank you $3, probably the $3.84. And it's going to have $3 to trade with. So at least you're going to walk away with about $3 or $3.84. So what I did when I see a bot like this, I went in, paused the bot, edit the settings, and made it to the profit target, like you said, $6 or $5. And then I can leave it. Then I don't have to worry about it, because I know I've locked in a bit of profit. So that's what I was doing with my little strategy. As soon as I see them getting the profit, I would lock it in.
Yeah, and it's all about, and I tried to explain this, I think it was last week and the week before, it's about creating a nice, steady, regular profit. It's not about chasing that big win. Yes, you will get lucky and you will get that big win. But the more often not, the bread and butter is going to be in your sort of your $6, your $10, your $8 here, your $1 here, that type of thing. That's where your bread and butter profit is going to come into, which will increase your trading balance, which will mean that you can then start to increase your first bets and obviously your budgets. Which again,
Aaron, just to interject, and I've locked your screen on. So do you still have that figure that we added up on the calculator, or has it gone off your calculator?
Yeah, it was $143.
So it's $143, and that was from. Let me just have a look at that. That was from the 2nd of November. 2nd of November at 10 o'clock at night. So that's what, 3 days? It's not quite 3 days. 10 o'clock at night, New York time, and it's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 3:15. So that was $100 and something for 3 days. What was it you said, Darren?
$143.
143 divided by the 7. That's $20.42. And if I times that by 30, that's $600 a month. And they're not big wins there. Most of them are small. There was only one win in there that was over $100. All the rest are small wins. But that would still give me an extra $600 a month. I don't know. Is that worth it?
Well, I think so. And again, let me just disconnect myself a sec.
And while you're bringing your board, I'll just check the Hangout. Yeah, we got some more. We got another question in there.
Yeah. Cool.
I'll let you carry on. So if you've got any questions, guys, put it in capital letters in there. I can see Giles has got one. We'll come to that in a minute, Giles. But if you've got any more questions, put them in capital letters, please.
Now, like I say, I went through this a couple of weeks ago. It's probably worth reiterating it again. And I was giving you guys an example that if you were to start in November or December or the 12th of January, whatever it might be, but let's say you started with just $500 as your trading balance. If you just targeted $25 daily, that's just 5% of that $500. Okay. Now, it might be that your trading balance is $1,000. It might be that it's $750. Whatever it might be, just go for $25. Now, as Jeremy's just explained, is that he's just hit $140 in the space of a couple of days. I've just shown you there that effectively just one bot, there's $6 worth of profit. So $25 is not a big stretch. Okay, it's just a matter of being on top of your bots and making sure that you're going in like I do on the phone. Go in, check the bots are okay. If they're running okay, brilliant, take the profit. If they're not, then obviously cancel them out. If you want to start new bots, you can easily do it on your phone. Like I say, a lot of my bots now are on the phone. But if you trade Monday to Friday, that's 5 days a week. Okay, you can trade Saturday and Sunday, but I'm trying to be conservative. If you did that for a week, that's $125. Again, no compounding involved here. Repeat that for the next 4 weeks of the month. That's $500. Again, Jeremy's just explained to you, what that is, what that looks like. So at the end of the month, you've effectively doubled your seed money, your balance, your risk, whatever you want to call it. You could withdraw your $500 or whatever your balance is, and then start to trade with pocket options money. You don't have to have any of your own risk, and then just repeat that whole process. Either way, if you then just repeated that, just each time where you're doing your stake for this month, might be $1. When you do your stake for the second month or the third month or the fourth month, your stake might increase to $2. Your stake might increase to $4 or $5.
Sorry to interrupt. With your screen, you can't see, and as Graham said as well, I thought it was just me, we can't see the figures. So if you could just read out the figures as you're talking, they're blurry. They're so the actual.
Oh, well, right, are they? Okay.
The internet connection, I don't know.
Okay. So running from the top, we'll go with these figures. So the top is $500. So you want to make a note of that. If you trade Monday to Friday, so that's 5 days, and you target to go for 5% of your trading balance. In this instance, that's $25. So at the end of the first week, then you'd have made $125. You repeated that for the 4 weeks of the month, then that would be $500. So you've effectively, if you just do 5% a day for 20 days, you're going to double your initial balance. If you then don't bother about compounding it during the week and adding little silly percentages or whatever, if you just focus on whatever it is at the beginning of the month, just trade the same until the end of the month. Then at the end of the month, you're going to have a new balance. In this instance, that would be $1,000. Again, if you target 5% as your daily target, now you're going for $50 as opposed to 25. But that's not a problem, because instead of trading with $1 like you did in the first month, you might be doing initial trades with $2. You might be doing initial days with $3. It depends on whatever your balance is. But just target going for 5% per day. And if you were to do that, then obviously month after month after month, you're effectively going to be doubling your trading balance. Now, some months you can have better months, some months you're going to have worse months, but this is just as a guide. And what I wanted to try and illustrate was that you do not need the big wins in order to make good profits when you're trading. In fact, most successful traders go for these small incremental increases. They don't go for the big wins. The big wins tie up a lot of their capital, if you like, a lot of their risk money, a lot of their margin. So just go for these small wins. Don't put yourself under pressure thinking I've got to get, a $300 win from my bot over the next 2 days. That's not what you've got to do. It's about getting 3 or 4 bots, getting them doing $5, $10, $8, that type of thing. That's what you've got to be going for. So hopefully that, tied in with what Jeremy's been going through, will hopefully help the penny drop that, don't go for those big gut busting wins. You will get them. You will get one which will just go off like a train. Like I had that one that I first showed you. Just risked $10 and it went off like a train. Unfortunately, it was in demo, but it went off like a train, and I would just let that one run. That one finished out about, I don't know, I think it was about $130 in the space of 24 hours. Happy days. But you will get those, but you're more likely to be getting the $3, the $5, the $8, the $10. Those are the ones to target. Is that okay? Hopefully it will come out better. Well, it will come out better in the recording, because obviously it'll clean all that up.
We hope. So I just want to go to a question, and Giles is saying, when a bot reaches the goal or we terminate, will the money go automatically into pocket options? Well, first off, Giles, I want to say that your money is always in pocket options. Okay, so what it means is, if it's showing, your bot shows you what profit it made. So it's basically, imagine you've got your left pocket, your right pocket. The pockets are in your trousers or your pants or your jeans, whatever you want to call them. But let's just say the money in your left pocket is what you want to bet, and your winnings are put into your right pocket. And that's what happens when you place the bot places a trade. It takes the money out of your left pocket, okay, and it's still inside your trousers, okay, but it puts its hand in your left pocket. It makes the trade or the bet, and if you win, it puts your profit into your right hand pocket. So it's still always in your possession. So your money's still always in your pocket options account, and it will show immediately. As soon as you win, it will show. The minute you place a bet, pocket options take it away from you, not Zukul. Pocket options. If you win, they give you back what you traded with plus some profit. If you lose, they've already taken your bet from you. Okay, so when you terminate a bot, the money's already there. All it means is the bot's not going to do another action. It's just going to stop, and it's not going to do any more trading for you. Okay, but never ever is your money taken out of pocket options and in Zukul's possession. The bot is purely talking to your 2 pockets, if you like, and that's what it does. When you terminate the bot, or when the bot goes into goal reached, the money is always there. The profit or the loss, if you've lost money, it won't show on your balance. It's a bit like you're going to the restaurant using your credit card. It will, you buy your pizza. The company that you bought the pizza off will take the money from your bank account via your credit card. Okay, so that's what happens. Pocket options take your money the minute you place a bet. whether you do it manually, you go in there, or whether the robot does it. You're saying to pocket options, here's $1, here's $5, or here's $10, whatever you want it to do. I bet the price is going to go up, or I bet the price is going to go down. If you get it right, they'll say, there's back the dollar that you give us, or the $5 or the $10, and here's your profit. And it puts it into your balance, okay? So say again, when you terminate a bot, or the bot goes into gold reach, terminate means the bot won't do any more actions. It's finished. When it gets into gold reach, you could go and edit the settings. I don't recommend you do that, but you could edit the settings and put the bot back into the trading for you. But personally, once it goes into gold reach, I terminate and start new bots. Once you get into profit, if I see this zigzag like I showed you earlier, I terminate, get rid of that, get a new bot out there, get that one into profit. So hopefully that answers that question. Have we got any more questions? I don't think we have.
We've just got one from Ed, who's saying, when you look at the charts, does it have to be set on a certain algorithm for the chart to show? So he's saying, not sure if I've covered this already. When you bring up the chart when looking for a trade and it says good or bad trade, does it have to be set on a certain algorithm for the chart to show?
Well, let me share my screen. So hopefully you can see the screen. This is another account that I've got connected in somebody else's name. There's my business partner, Danny, connected to his pocket options account. And we've got, as you can see, he's got a bot here running at 51,000. But let's go and set up a bot quickly. Okay. So by default, the bot loads the best profits or break-even price, if you like, but the best, it goes out and it looks, by default, it loads all the assets and it loads them, not in any particular order, okay? But as you can see, it's saying you needed a budget of 627 and to have made that much. This day it obviously couldn't do anything on that day, so it may be a bad chart or something like that. This one says $73 to have made $107.90. Now, what this means is the budget is what the bot would have lost in this case to make the 107. So it actually had to lose $73 before it got to in profit of 107. Now, what you want to do is when you come, you can either do it sort by all the assets, filter here by all the assets, or you can target in on either fiat currencies, cryptocurrencies, commodities, or stocks. Okay, so I'm just going to put it all assets, and then you could put your budget in here. Doesn't matter what you think. I always tend to, like Darren said in the past, put a low budget in because that'll really filter it down, and if I put in here 5 even, I don't know what that would do. You click on the button, don't enter your key, make sure you click, let that sort of runs an algorithm. If you get days that are grayed out, that means the asset was either offline or we couldn't collect any data for that day because the chart was bad. So as you can see, there's a few days here where it's grayed out. So it could have been that pocket options had took that asset offline, or it happened to be an asset that was offline in the last couple of days. And that would make sense because Apple shares, doing the Apple is today's Monday. So that would have been Sunday and Saturday, which those types of, I don't know what you call them. Are they stocks or, stocks, commodities, are they stocks, aren't they? Don't tend to trade over the weekends. Cryptocurrencies tend to trade all the time. Fiat currencies on and off, because obviously different markets open. But yeah, so you'll come down here and you'll start to look in this chart here. I like to look for a row of green. So I think, did we have one at the top there? Yeah, here we got one here. It's all green. What I tend to look for as well is, you see, it shows me the budget $3. Remember, I filtered by 5. This was a budget of 1, and this was a budget of $3. So it's saying that I would have lost $3.12 to have made $19. Lost $1 to make 96. Okay. Now you might be looking, well, how can it lose $1 and make 96 cents? Well, what that means is it probably lost a bet of $1, then it probably lost another bet of $1, and then it made another bet and it won. Okay, based on the formula, and it's put it in profit. So it said it spent $1 It lost $1, but in fact, it ended up making 96 cents. So you wouldn't have lost anything. So that's for gold. And as you can see, asset is set to manual, inactive. So that's not trading at the moment. If you see that grayed out like that, it's not trading. This one at the top here is trading still. You can find that on the site. But it says the asset is going to go offline in 1 hour. So you've got an hour window to trade with that. So you might want to stay away with that. This one is literally going to go offline any moment for whatever reason. Okay. I don't know why that is, but again, that would be pocket options, the stuff we get back from there. So if you go down, let's just see if we can find something that's going to run for a bit longer than an hour. Well, I'm going to choose this one here. Look, I'm not going to change these settings, okay? But what you can do is you can come in here, choose a strategy, and obviously you want to see as many greens as possible, okay? And then your I don't know what you'd call this. Is it your formula? That's what it is, the formula. You set your formula up, and then obviously you've got your algorithm. But basically, once you've set that and you've got it in a C, you know, a constant green here, you'd click the select button. You'd give your bot a name, okay, whichever you'd like it to be. You'd set it to either demo or live. I recommend you always do things in demo first. You say how long you'd like the bot to run for. So I'm just going to put in here 1,000 hours. You choose the strategy you would have already chosen, because obviously it'd be a sea of green. These would already be chosen for you because you would have chosen before selecting the bot. And here you're saying how much you're going to spend. So you could set your budget, you know, could be $50 in there. And if you want, you could set a profit target. Now, if I was doing a $50 budget, I'm only going to be looking at maybe a 10% return on investment. So I'd put maybe $5 in there, you know. So that's a reasonable budget or a reasonable profit to get to if you're trading with $50. You know, I see a guy that's set up, I think he had 200, okay, and then in here he set 8,000, okay, or even 3,000. If you're going to set things like that, you know, you're expecting a bot to trade with $200 and make you 3,000. It's not realistic, okay? It's not realistic. Unless you have big budgets, then you can put big numbers. But if you haven't got big budgets and $200 is not a big budget, I would be looking on $200, maybe a 5 or 10%. So I'd either be looking at $10 or $20 profit target if I'm trading with $200. Okay, you shouldn't be putting in here like this guy did, put $3,000 in there, and then send us in a support ticket to say that the bot doesn't work. You know, crazy. And the bot actually got into profit over $300 and yet went on to lose the 200. Okay, so that's just madness to do. Set 200 here and set a profit target. Personally, I'm quite happy to go with $10 in there. You know, if I can trade with $200 and get 10. I'm happy. If I get 5, I'm happy. Any win for me is a profit. Profit's a profit. Doesn't matter what you look at. And the little bits add up, you know. So that's how you set your bot up. You can set here the smart, the profit sharing. Again, I'm not going to go into details with these, because if we come at the back at the top here and we go to right up to the top menu, we come to the trading dashboard and we go to the getting started. There's an icon that says setting up your binary option trading robot. You click that. If you're not a member of Pocket Options already, you need to join through the master link, and you can. That's just here. You've got a video that I've done, okay, to show you how to connect your Pocket Options account once it's live, and you've set it up. You've got some videos that Darren's done a lot of videos here. Videos, if you need to watch these videos, I don't know how long they are, but you know, I think there's maximum is 10 minutes. I've got a video here that talks to you about the I'm gonna have to change this because we've changed the name of I think it was the stop loss. We've called this we've changed this now to profit balance split level, I think it's called. It's a new name because it's not a stop loss. Okay, so I'll redo that video. So you've got videos here that show you step by step what to do. Okay, what to do, how to set your bot up, try to understand the settings, and of course, we're getting near a launch. We'll re-look at some of these videos because we've had some new things added, and we'll get them added to the site accordingly. You know, so you've got everything there, but do it in demo. Play with demo. Don't be in a hurry to lose your money. You know, play in demo and get comfortable. Set profit targets or ROIs, sensible ones. Don't set big, massive, you know, big expectations, being greedy, because that's all it is greed. Don't get greedy and try to force your bot's hand to try and make you big profits when you've got small budgets. If you've got big budgets, then you're different. You can set your ROI based on, you know, your profit target based on your budget. Don't set your profit target based on your greed. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So how are we doing, Darren? Have we got any questions at all, or have we got them?
No, we seem to have done an incredibly good job yet again, because we don't have any questions now. So so yeah.
So
and we have overrun slightly as well.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll end this hangout here. I'm in New York, as those of you that follow me on Facebook will know that. So I shall we've got some business to carry out here, and I'll tell you about that business as we go a little bit further forward. But I should keep it private for the moment. When's your next hangout? Darren, are you doing one Wednesday?
I won't be doing Wednesday because I've got a commitment, but I will be doing another one later on in the week, whether it be Thursday or Friday. I'm not sure yet, but Wednesday I can't do. But we will do one because I promised the guys that we'd do some more sort of bot setting up stuff this week. So I will do one of those on Thursday or Friday. Excellent.
So from now on, our hangouts are going to be obviously not just about the binary bot, but it's the launch for this month. Okay. But we'll start to do some hangouts and cover some of the other bots that we've already got in the back office already. And we're actually working on some new bots that we're going to be adding to the back office. We're looking at another binary option site, and I'll be letting you know what that one is soon once the programmers give me the nod to say, yes, we're going to be able to connect this one. But I don't want to give it now because I don't want you to join for no reason at all. But let's hope we can get 2 platforms, because that means we'll be able to bring a lot more people to use the binary option bot. Say again, demo, demo, demo. Don't get greedy, okay? Don't trade with money you can't afford to lose, and set sensible profit targets. Sensible profit targets, not ones that are heading for the sky and starting with a small budget and want to make $3,000 from or $8,000 from 200, because it just ain't going to happen. Okay, if you've got 200, you should be looking for 10 or $20. 10% is a good ROI of anybody. I'd have 10% all day, you know. So if you're starting with $45 like I did, set budgets 5% or 10% of that. It's okay to walk away with 2s and 4s and $5. There's nothing wrong with that. So happy trading. Trade responsibly. It's a bit like the drink responsibly. Okay.
Happy bonfire night.
Sorry, say that again.
It's happy bonfire night. We've missed that.
Ah, you've got the bonfire. We haven't got it here because they don't do that here. They don't have our Parliament with Guy Fawkes tried to blow up, is it? Yeah. Okay, so Darren will see you later on in the week with his hangout. Keep an eye on all the social medias and things like that. If you're not a member of this YouTube channel, you can subscribe below. Put in YouTube Darren Barton. You'll find his YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe there as well, because he puts out some nice content as well. And obviously keep an eye on Facebook, you know, the Telegram group and your emails and all that sort of stuff. And we'll keep you posted on the next hangout. Tutty bye.